Thank you so much for your kind words and putting this press conference together. And thank you for all the members who are participating and our distinguished guests. You know, you heard a lot from our distinguished guests about the laws and the policies that are negatively impacting our communities. As one of the few legislators who actually wore the New York City Police Department uniform and patrolled the streets of New York City, I want to give you a glimpse into the other side of things. I want you to get a glimpse of the service, the commitment, the empathy of what police officers do every day. Because unfortunately, the negative rhetoric that has permeated the conversation has really hurt our community relations. And yes, as the speakers before me have said, there are always room for improvement, and we're always striving for that. But I want you to get a glimpse of, like I said, that empathy, that commitment, that passion, that service officers bring to our communities. My friend Pat Russo is a retired sergeant. Cops and Kids, it's a boxing organization that builds community relations. It's been around for over 2 decades. They're reaching those kids in those underprivileged neighborhoods. They're making positive impact. Law Enforcement Explorer programs, reaching hundreds of kids in the Boy Scout model, giving them leadership skills, service to our community, showing them what it means to serve others. What about officers on patrol? Getting that call to an 8-month-old baby who's not breathing. That officer puts everything to the side, carries that baby down the stairs, giving them CPR, handing them off to EMS, praying that that baby lives. Regardless of the nature of that baby, where they're from, what community, because we care. Arriving first to the scene of that 16-year-old shot in the chest, looking at them, kneeling down over him, holding his hand, telling him he's going to be okay. But unfortunately, watching him take his last breath, and you were the last person he sees. Those are some experience that you've never heard in the news. You've never heard them reported in the news. Those positive interactions, but unfortunate circumstances. Those are firsthand things that I dealt with. And I'm not saying it for accolades. I'm saying it because these are the things that people need to hear. They need to understand that our cops are there in their communities to help them. I patrolled some pretty tough neighborhoods in New York City. 6-7 precinct, East Flatbush. 9-0 precinct, Williamsburg. Many of my colleagues in the 7-3 precinct in Brownsville, 7-5 precinct, East New York, 4-6 precinct in the Bronx. There's one thing in common. There are wonderful people in those communities that want the police there because the police are that line between chaos and order. We have people in housing developments, seniors, that cannot go to their mailbox to get their mail. Why? Because gangbangers are controlling their hallways. That is unacceptable. That is where we need to step up together as a community. And yes, are there difficulties? Are there implicit biases on each side? Absolutely. But those deep conversations are what we need to have. And those deep conversations will get us to know each other. Maybe actually hear about those stories of that 8-month-old or that poor family that lost that 16-year-old that was shot and killed on Avenue D. But these are the things that I want people to understand. And I want us to join together. And you know what? This is a prime opportunity for us to get this message out there. And I want to thank the leader again for putting this together. I want to join our distinguished guests and my fellow colleagues in the Assembly in our conference for taking part in this. And I want to thank the press for getting this message out. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to share some of my experiences and some of the things that I think we can work on to improve relations. Thank you.